I am Dr. Vivek Verma, Director Orthopaedic Oncology and Joint Reconstructive Surgeries at Max Hospitals, Delhi. Today, I am going to demonstrate you the different type of products that we use in tumor prosthesis and revision joint surgeries. Now, I am going to show you the distal femur system. So this is the distal femoral component and this is the stem. So you can see it has male ports, there are female ports, and we need to attach them. Now how does it articulate? So you can see here there is a scope for these polybushes. These polybushes are going to go inside. Now we need to attach it with the upper tibia. So this is the tibia component, which may be, if you want to give it a rotatory, you can use a rotatory system. Once you lock them, it is stable as well as rotatory. So this is the rotatory mechanism which is now available in indigenous tumor prostheses which are manufactured in India. So where do we use this system? This I am going to show you now. Thank you. So now once we have to start, first you set the position like we do in a routine knee replacement, and then the first part is to use the proximal tibia zig where you want to take a cut over the proximal tibia. So we align this, and normally you won't have this privilege because this is a complete bare bone, you can apply anywhere, but usually it is either on the medial side where you need to make a space. And what is the cut that we are taking is 10 millimeter. Okay. So now you have this instrument where we put the pin, and you can see the slot here, +2, 0 and -2. So you can focus here and you can see there is this square hole where we put the pin inside. Now similar we are going to put here, take it somewhere there. Now we need to ensure, now what happens in a routine knee replacement, you preserve these ligaments which are the collateral ligaments because they are the source of stability. But whenever we are going to take a cut or if there is deficiency, in this it doesn't matter. So when we look at, so this is approx, this looks fine here. We check it on both the sides, it's good. So this is an extramedullary zig which we remove. Now the next cut is that we have finalized. We are going to take the cuts where usually it is a zero slope. So once we have done this, now we remove this process out. So once we have done this cutting, so now we are preparing the upper tibia. We have taken the cuts. This is a very important step where you need to see the tibia base plate, how much cover is given. So here you need to align it on one side, say medial. You need to look at the posterior condyles, and you also need to see that your alignment is proper. So this is a small size. First we see this size. So I think I have some space. So now this is a standard. You can see this is a standard size. So let me see. So with this standard size, I think this is fine because your cut here has to match with the anterior border. One of all your sides should be inside, like from the lateral we have some overhang, so we adjust it. So I think this looks good to me. Now we are going to take the cuts. Next is your, this is 2 pegs. You put it there. The second is the sleeve. This is, now we are going to drill into this. So we make a drill hole inside. You ream it. We keep changing the sleeves. So this is the final cutting sleeve. We are going to take it down. So this takes out a lot of your bone. So this is the next for your fin cutter, which we are going to use it now. This is the instrument with which we are going to make the cuts. You see here we have made the cuts. So now this is the tibia base plate, what we have seen. We are going to use this with the system. This is the upper base plate. So we are going to push this inside deeply. So this leads to your complete sitting of the implant, and we can see that it is well covered from all the sides. Now we cut in the distal femur. Now we are going to take a distal femoral cut. Once you have dissected the soft tissues all around, you need to measure the length, how much you're going to cut. Let's say the minimum cut here is 80. So which comes here. We are going to use a scale to mark it up. This is our cut level. So we dissect out completely, and then we use the saw. So once we have cut the distal femur, we need to ream the canal. You go in, you go with different lengths. So once we have reamed it, we have this implant component, which you see. This is our stem. We first see that it fits inside. You see there is some space here because this is a beveled edge, so we need to prepare it. We need to make it we take this, and now this fits well. So this is now going to articulate with a proximal tibia or base plate, anything. So whichever we need to put these bushings there. And then this is the tibia, which we are going to fit here. So this is a rotating tibia which you can use, and once you can lock it, once you have locked it, so this gives it a complete locking. And the range of movements. So this locks itself. I think this completes this video.